Hey, Eric here from 5minuteinvesting.com, and I just came across your question on Quora. Do you check your portfolio more than once a day despite investing for the long term? And I think this is quite an interesting question because um, I'm a long-term investor and I actually just check my portfolio once a day. So I think, as a long-term investor, the maximum you want to check your portfolio is actually once a day. Now, I know some long-term investors like to check it once a week or once every couple of weeks, but getting to the habit where you check your portfolio once a day allow you to get a feel of the market. So that's really the most important thing, is that you get a feel of the market, and um, it doesn't actually take much time. So in terms of how much time it takes, for myself, it takes around 5 minutes a day. Sometimes 10 minutes. If I think there's an opportunity, then perhaps I'll spend a little bit more time looking at the market. But essentially, it takes around 5 minutes. And I can kind of demonstrate to you right now. So I'm using a platform called TradingView. You can use it as well. This is actually free. And essentially, you'll see that my stock list is actually on the right-hand side. So when I say I check my portfolio once a day, I actually just check the stock itself, but not the ups and downs of my portfolio, because I don't think that's really important. I think what's important is that I check the stock price over a long period of time. And checking it once a day just means that I'm looking at the stock price kind of like in slow motion because I'm a long-term investor. So for example, I'm invested in a couple of stocks like Shake Shack, like EA, and so on. And you don't really need to know what the lines mean. Those are specific to my strategy. But essentially, I would just kind of click down, look at it for a couple of seconds. And most of the time, I don't need to do anything. Most of the time, the stock itself is in a growth phase and is performing well, then I don't need to worry too much about it. And if the stock is doing poorly, then I might want to look at it a little bit more to see if I'm wrong. And if the stock is near exit, then perhaps I'll consider, doing something in my portfolio and exit the market. So I think when you're looking at the market, right, you need to understand why you're looking at the market. And it's mainly number 3 or number 4. So if it is number 3, that's probably because you haven't fully invested your portfolio yet. So this will take a little bit more time. But I think you can budget somewhere between 1 to 2 hours a week. So if you are spending more than 1 to 2 hours a week on looking at investing, checking the stock market, that means your system itself is not very efficient. So you want to kind of streamline your analysis, kind of change the ways you're looking at things, and so on. And if you are fully invested and you're just checking to see if it is the right time to exit, then it should take around 5 to 10 minutes, because either it is near your target price or it is not near your target price. So it should be pretty straightforward. Now, if you are spending a lot of time considering whether you should exit or not, either it is really close to your target price, then I think that is reasonable to spend a little bit more time, or else I wouldn't spend much time looking at the portfolio. So that's really what I think you should expect as a long-term investor. Of course, if you are a short-term investor, you're going to be spending way more time than what I just mentioned here. So let me know if you have any questions. If you like this video, you can click like, upvote on Quora, or like on YouTube, and give me a share and subscribe.